Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. It is Sunday, March 16th, 2025, and we're still following this severe weather threat that marches across the country. Boy, it started on Friday and didn't give up. It's still producing tornado warnings in northern Pennsylvania right now. I'll show you that on GeoCollaborate and show you the line of thunderstorms that are developing in the mid-Atlantic that'll be moving through as well. One thing that you probably notice in this satellite imagery is a big warm sector. That warm sector is right in here. That is clearing up skies and allowing the land to heat up, which destabilizes the atmosphere before these lines of showers and storms move through. Hopefully they won't be severe, but they will have strong gusty winds and perhaps some hail. More of the hailstorms are down to the south where the conditions are more favorable. This update is for the All Hazards Consortium, the sensitive information sharing environment where we share information across platforms between state emergency operations centers and private sector owner and operators in the food, fuel, medical supply, logistics, communications, and energy sectors. So we can all be on the same page at the same time, looking at the various weather impacts and threats that exist that could pause commerce. We want to make sure we continue commerce moving across the country and that we restore power wherever power has been interrupted. And we do have that happening in the south with some of these tornadoes. It doesn't look like it's huge statewide power outages like you might get in a landfalling hurricane, but we do have some severe damage in certain areas. The National Weather Service will be out in full force as much as possible, given their staffing issues, to survey the damage and tell us whether or not those tornadoes have classifications of EF0 to EF5. We haven't seen any indications of any EF5 tornadoes, but we'll wait for the Weather Service to come back and give us that evaluation. Let's take this full screen and I'll show you what's happening. This is the GOES East satellite from NOAA, and this is showing the CONUS sector, which is narrowed in a little bit for southern Canada to the United States, down to Mexico, and into the Caribbean. And I have added in the real-time sea surface temperature data as well. And you can see that going on. Look at the Gulf Stream right here doing its wiggles, where it's very cold water. Here's Nova Scotia, so south of Nova Scotia along the East Coast, very cold water there, but it is warming up. The Gulf is warming up already above average as far as temperatures are concerned. And even if I pan down into the Caribbean, you can see temperatures are warm and they are above average as well. So hurricane season starts on June 1st. We're doing everything that we can to prepare to cover all of the storms that form and threaten the United States. We'll be working very closely with NOAA as well when they do their hurricane recon flights. And that will be something that we'll be keeping you tuned into as well. So as far as this storm is concerned, you can see the upper level low pressure system really making low level clouds, also rain and some thunderstorm activity, but the real action is in the warm sector here. Here's a line of showers and storms coming through western Maryland right now and into western Virginia, and also growing heading towards Maryland's eastern shore. Let me show you what that looks like from the standpoint of the radar data too. I'm going to take you over to Maryland. This is the Sterling National Weather Service forecast radar data, and you can see that line of showers and storms. That line of showers and storms does have some strong gusty winds to it, but you can see that there is actually no severe thunderstorm warnings issued with that right now, because if we were to see that, we would see this. We would see this area here. See this? This is a severe thunderstorm warning. That box, that polygon that's issued by the National Weather Service, that's the only one here in parts of West Virginia. There are cells that are tracking northward into Pennsylvania, and it looks like here, let me move the radar up just a little bit into Pennsylvania. We do have other severe thunderstorm warnings that are happening in this area here in these polygons. Thankfully, no tornado warnings. There was a tornado warning up towards the Pennsylvania and New York border. And let's take a look on GeoCollaborate. Actually, I can just look in the radar data here, see if that's in existence. Yes, it's still in existence, a tornado warning that's in effect here. And that looks like it'll be in effect for the next, this is Coudersport County in northern Pennsylvania, right on the New York border. There are severe thunderstorm warnings in effect up into New York as well. The radar data doesn't go up that far because this is the Sterling radar data from the National Weather Service. Sterling meaning Sterling, Virginia, right near Dulles Airport. That is where this radar is located. Now, if I back out just a little bit, you can see what it looks like here. There's a big cluster of heavy rain, no severe thunderstorms just east of Richmond, headed up into the southernmost counties of Maryland on the western shore. This is St. Mary's County and Calvert County here. That shower activity, look, it's moving up into Maryland's eastern shore and up into Delaware. So hopefully that won't trigger any severe weather, but some very heavy storms that could produce local flooding. That's what's happening here. Now, let me take you over to GeoCollaborate because I've done a couple of things here with GeoCollaborate, and that is, clear the drawing there, that is that we've displayed a lot of severe weather reports, and also you can see the severe thunderstorm warnings. Now, what's the shaded color in the background here? I'll back out just a little bit more, and the shaded color is the outlook for severe weather today from the Storm Prediction Center. And you can see these severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warning have progressed outside of that area. So this was issued and valid up to about 3 o'clock Eastern time. And you can see we're just past 3 o'clock. All these W's that you see, these are wind damage reports from the National Weather Service, from their spotter network. And look at this. I'm going to go all the way down into the south, where yesterday we saw numerous tornadoes, numerous tornado warnings, and these are reports of tornadoes. And this one here could be the same tornado, a long track tornado. And each one of these in GeoCollaborate is queryable. We can click on it and see what that report shows. Numerous trees snapped, few trees uprooted, at least one house with roof damage. Spotter saw the tornado across US 82 near Minas Road. And so that came out of the Birmingham National Weather Service office. Now, we do have the ability to take a look at this National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center outlook and take away this is just the convective outlook. So it's telling us where we might see a strong convection, and the area in orange is something where it could be enhanced convection and perhaps tornadoes. But I'm going to turn that one off, and I'm going to turn on where we separated out just the outlook for tornadoes today. And that's what this looks like here, where there was a 5% chance of tornadoes happening in this area, even all the way down into northern Florida. I can scroll down here and show you that as well. So there's still chances because there is some showers and thunderstorms coming on shore. And I want to show you that from the radar data. I'll turn the radar data on right now, and you can see this line of showers and thunderstorms. None of them are severe at the moment, but there is a slight chance that tornadoes could be produced. There are also some other thunderstorms here in eastern North Carolina. And of course, we saw that tornado warning in effect up here in northern Pennsylvania. So the Storm Prediction Center was right on in its area of perhaps some tornadoes developing today. This here is a 5% chance of tornadoes developing in this area. Severe thunderstorms are likely in some areas as well. Listen to your local National Weather Service office for official warnings and your favorite broadcast meteorologist. No Weather Radio and your local trusted radio stations. So this is something that we enhanced and added here to this outlook at Storm Center Communications in our Operations Center, just so All Hazards Consortium personnel and stakeholders can click on this area and see what it means. This is a 2% chance of tornadoes developing in this area today, in the green area. And so that's a non-zero chance. So there is a chance. And also we know there are severe thunderstorm warnings happening right now. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can turn those on in the warning area. And I'll turn those. There we go. There's some warnings that are appearing, and I'll turn off the indication of that percentage of tornado activity today. So there you can see in the yellow are severe thunderstorm warnings, no tornado warnings. It looks like the tornado warning has expired, but look at this enhanced line of showers and thunderstorms here moving through Pennsylvania and into through western New York as well, approaching Rochester. So there is a severe thunderstorm warning right now for Rochester. But again, this update is video recorded, so it's not live. I'm doing it live right now, obviously, but these watches and warnings will have progressed on to the east as this gets uploaded and put onto YouTube. But it's just really spectacular. All of these tornado reports in the south, and we may be getting more because there were other tornado warnings during the day today. And so that's what it looks like. Now, I do want to show you, take you a little bit closer here using the GOES high-resolution mesosector. This is imagery every 1 minute, and you can see what's going on here. This is thunderstorm activity. Let me update this. I'm just going to go ahead and update this live, and then I'll point some things out here in this area. So you can see these bubbles in the clouds. These are strong thunderstorms. This is imagery every 1 minute. Now, the dark area, that's the land. So it's sunny right in these areas, and temperatures have really gone up. It was in the 50s this morning in the Baltimore, Washington area. It's already in the low 70s in Washington because it's starting to clear up, and strong southerly winds here are bringing in warmer temperatures and also more moisture. So the dew points are going up as well as these winds come up from the south ahead of this frontal system. But in the meantime, what we're looking at are these heavy thunderstorms here. Look at this. These are strong thunderstorms moving over the same areas, so I wouldn't be surprised to see some flood warnings or flash flood warnings in certain areas, particularly if it's being enhanced by the mountains in eastern West Virginia and western Maryland. That is no snow in Garrett County today, just a lot of rain, and that's going to really take away a lot of the snow in parts of western Maryland where Wisp Ski Resort is. As a matter of fact, let's take a quick look at that. I have a camera I can dial up here at any time. This is the Wisp Ski Resort. Look at that. There are some, looks like some dark clouds around, maybe some breaks in the clouds, but looks like the snow is really disappearing there very quickly. We'll go back to the satellite picture here. Wisp Ski Resort is right about here where the yellow dot is in the panhandle of western Maryland. But this is what we're looking at. We're looking at a lot of clear skies just down to the south. See this? All these clear skies here are really enabling that ground to warm up and destabilize the atmosphere, so we could see even more thunderstorms here in southern Virginia during the afternoon into tonight. And then I want to show you some of the temperature data because the National Weather Service has real-time temperatures, and this is what they look like. Let me show you what these look like here right now. Look at this, 71 degrees. I'll change the color here to red so you can see when I circle these. 71 degrees in Washington, D.C. right now. Winds gusting to 35 miles per hour. So it's very gusty there. Probably some tricky landing there at National Airport. 31 miles per hour. It is gusting too on the eastern shore of Maryland around Easton. And look at the temperatures already in the low 70s. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, 72 degrees right now under strong southeasterly winds at 20 knots, so about 23, 24 miles per hour. Morgantown, West Virginia, or Martinsburg, West Virginia, 72 degrees right now. And so the dew points are rising. That's setting the stage for perhaps some more thunderstorms here. But you can see where the front is. Look, here are southerly winds here. So the wind is coming from the south here, but look at these wind barbs from the west, from the northwest here. So this is that line of showers and thunderstorms through here. That is what's causing the change in weather, the change in the wind direction, and the temperatures are going to be going down. See, in central Ohio, temperatures are 48 degrees, but the strong southerly wind is bringing up temperatures into the 70s in the mid-Atlantic, and that's setting the stage. Once again, it's feeling like spring real quick, but we may see some afternoon thunderstorms too. So don't let your guard down in the mid-Atlantic if you're watching this update. We'll be getting it uploaded fairly quickly here. So I'll take the drawing off, and what I want to do is talk about some of the West Coast real quickly, because we do have a storm out to the west. It is not a very strong storm, but what you can see in the satellite imagery is an atmospheric river. Here it is. You can see that moisture coming up into Oregon. That's this band of moisture here. And it's not going to last for a long time. It's going to end here probably in the next 6 hours. But it will still be kind of windy and a little bit stormy. Atmospheric rivers, remember, refer to these streams of moisture that come in from the Pacific Ocean and last perhaps, from 6 hours or to many days. And so when an atmospheric river does not come ashore, but a low pressure system here does, you can still get stormy weather. Obviously, it's just not persistent. It's more, showers, thunderstorm activity. But look at this low pressure system here circling up in the south of the Gulf of Alaska and the Pacific Ocean. Here's another low pressure system that's moving towards California. It will make things a little bit stormy there, but this atmospheric river that we can see right here is going to diminish. And as a matter of fact, what I want to show you is the atmospheric river total precipitable water. And that is something that is the blended total precipitable water. This is a product from NOAA, and it's taking polar orbiting data. So we need these polar orbiting satellites. There's a couple of things that I want to show you. This is for 48 hours. The first thing I want to show you here is this is the atmospheric river right in here that was impacting. Look at that right there, parts of Oregon and Northern California. And that is going to be going away because these are observed conditions, total precipitable water, total blended total precipitable water. And then look at this in the south, all this moisture, which was added the real ingredient to the recipe of tornadoes and severe weather developing. Look at that, and extended all the way up into the mid-Atlantic area during the day today. That's why we're having some severe weather in the mid-Atlantic. But this area here is very moist, precipitable water. That means if you were to squeeze out all the moisture in a column of air to the top of the atmosphere, you would get higher amounts of precipitation in these green areas and yellow areas. Where it's blue, it's drier. Where it's orangish color here, it's very dry, very low precipitable water. So when you see high concentrations here, it means the ingredients are there, the moisture is there to be squeezed out in thunderstorms, which could also cause flooding. So we look at all sorts of weather parameters when we're doing forecasting, and this is from blended NOAA satellites, and really comes together. It's put together by the OSPO folks, the operational satellite folks over at NOAA. So we really do appreciate that. Let's talk about the forecast now and what it looks like over the next couple of days here. So I want to go over to, this is over to the GFS model, and this is the HER model right now. This is the HER model, and I just want to show you where those showers and thunderstorms are going to be moving. You can see what it looks like over here, and I'll point this out with the mouse. Here is the line of showers. It's not a really long duration line of showers and thunderstorms, but it could be impactful when we're talking about gusty winds and perhaps quick spin-ups of tornadoes. We call those QLCS. They're quasi-linear systems that can break off on the front part of the frontal system moving through, just little swirls, and a lot of times they're rain wrapped. And so I'm going to put this in motion, and you can see where this moves for each hour. So we're talking about late tonight, maybe about 9, 10 o'clock tonight. And you can see it kind of breaks up as it moves down towards Sarasota, Naples, and things like that in Florida. So maybe have some showers move through rather quickly, but the concentration of rain really does happen to the north. And I'm going to change the sector here to the northeast so you can see where that precipitation will be concentrating. So this is tonight. Looks like it'll be quite rainy with showers and thunderstorms around. This is 5Z Monday morning, so this is about 1 o'clock in the morning in the mid-Atlantic. So this is Baltimore, Washington, Philadelphia, up towards New York City. Looks to be quite rainy, heavy rain at times, and maybe even some thunderstorms. And we'll take this on into the future and towards the end of this mesoscale model run. So now we're looking at about 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, and we have strong thunderstorms just off the coastline, but it's clearing up in the Baltimore, Washington area. Will be ending in the Philadelphia area. But I'll take this backwards again just so you can see. We're in for maybe an extended period of rain in the mid-Atlantic here, Baltimore, Washington, starting about 10, 11 o'clock tonight, and then continuing on until about 6 o'clock in the morning. So some areas could see an inch of rain or more, and there could be some flooding or flash flood warnings issued by the National Weather Service. I'm going to widen out too and show you what this looks like from the standpoint of the GFS model, the global model. Lower resolution, it doesn't have output every hour, but this will allow me to go through the steps so you can see what's going to be moving through as far as that frontal system. And you can see here perhaps some strong thunderstorms in Delaware. That's tonight, early in the morning, perhaps maybe about 2 o'clock in the morning. Might hear some big rumbles of thunder in Delaware and parts of New Jersey. Then that line moves off and high pressure takes over in the mid-Atlantic area here. So let me show you what the temperatures are going to do, because that is something that we've been flip-flopping a lot with. March is a typical month to see some of that activity. We have that warm air over us now. These are temperatures at about 5,000 feet up in the atmosphere. And you can see it's pretty warm up here throughout eastern Canada, New England, down across the East Coast. And that is going to continue for a little while longer. But watch as this front comes through. Here is the front. And this is, let's see, tomorrow morning at 2 in the morning, we're going to see these temperatures trying to hold on. But the front is going to force them out. And we'll start to see some cooler temperatures move in Monday afternoon and into Monday night. But then it warms up pretty quickly, likely back into the 60s in the mid-Atlantic and all up through the Great Lakes area. This is just anomalies. So it's above average or below average temperatures. Doesn't show you where it's going to be hot or cold. I really just use this parameter to show you where the cooler air and warmer air is likely to be over the next several days. But look at this. Around midweek, we have another strong low pressure system coming up towards Chicago. And look at this punch of cold air coming in. Here's the front. That's where that front is located, and it's going to come right across the country. Look at this. As the cold air pushes again, once again, Thursday afternoon into Thursday night and Friday into Saturday. Actually into early Saturday morning, but mostly Friday. Expect cool temperatures on Friday. That's what this air mass looks like, and that's what's going to be happening. So that's it for this update. I hope it was valuable for you. I'm Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. We do have this active weather pattern once again moving through today. Please keep your NOAA radio on if you have one. If you have mobile phones, make sure your alerts are turned on. You can go to the settings, scroll down to the bottom, make sure those emergency alerts are turned on. Because if the National Weather Service issues a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado warning, you can get it on your phone read the instructions, and get to a place of safety. If you don't have a basement to go down to, you want to go to a strong interior room, and definitely don't try to outrun a tornado if you're caught on the road in a car. You want to get into a lowest ditch possible if a tornado catches you out in the open. But hopefully this severe weather threat will be done by tonight. This was a big one, folks. Again, storm system spawned at least 66 tornadoes along with severe thunderstorms, and it's responsible for at least 34 deaths. That is very, very unfortunate. Our hearts and prayers go out to those families who lost loved ones. And we'll be tracking the severe weather throughout the year, and also hurricane season. Hurricane season starts June 1st. We were just down in the Tampa, St. Petersburg area. Just did a couple of short little videos we'll probably put up on the update tomorrow. So please take care of yourself. Watch out for your neighbors. They really do appreciate it. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching.